What's going on, y'all? In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review of Raptor, the asymmetrical dinosaur board game. Asymmetrical in the sense that one player is going to be a team of scientists trying to capture raptors and take them back for studying. The other player is going to be the family of raptors trying to escape capturing. So we'll go over the component quality, then we'll go over the rulebook to table, so how fast can you read the rulebook and then be able to play it. Then we'll go over the complexity as well as how easy it is to explain to other players. We'll also go over at how good it is at being a game for just 2 players. We'll go over the replayability, and we'll also go over the theme, and then finally, I'll let you know if I think you should get it or not. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's go ahead and go over the component quality. So we have the dinosaur miniatures. Here's the mama raptor. Then we have the baby raptors, velociraptors. Then we have the scientists here. I think there's 9 of these. Then of course you have the modular board, which you put together. There's also it is double-sided, so there's another side as well. You have the trees that you put together here. Then you have, we have the cards. The cards are really nice. They have the linen finish, so they're really smooth. They feel good in your hand. They're also a little bit thicker than like regular playing cards. You have the fire tokens here, so whenever there is a special where the scientists get to lay fire and the raptors cannot go through that. So these are the tokens, just standard cardboard. Same with the bullet tokens. When you shoot a velociraptor, you put them to sleep, and that is how you're trying to capture them. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the component quality a 4, only because the miniatures, they feel a little cheaply made, just like if you've ever played with those dollar store small soldiers, things like that. The trees, they sometimes do that, and they're just fiddly to keep together sometimes. So component quality is a 4 for me. Let's go ahead and go over the rulebook to table. So this rulebook is literally about 4 pages. So you could literally read the rulebook and then play immediately. Or you actually don't really have to read the rulebook, because everything you can do is going to be on these player cards here. So we have the scientist side, and then we have the dinosaur side, and there's 2 of them. So you can literally set it up and start playing, and you really don't need to follow the rulebook except for special rules, what happens when the dinosaur is blocked by fire, things like that. So rulebook to table, I give it a 10 because you can open the box and start playing right out of it. Then we have ease of explaining and the complexity. The ease of explaining, as I said, you can literally hand your opponent one of these cards, whoever they're playing as, and you can begin the game exactly like that. So relatively easy to explain. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. As for the complexity, I'd probably give it a 2 ? Because I think it really depends on who you're playing against, and that complexity will change either to be harder or easier. So the complexity is going to have to be like a 2 with a question mark. Then we have how well it plays as a 2-player only game. I think it's a pretty good 2-player only game because it says 30 minutes, but more often than not, rounds are going to last less time, and you can play a couple of rounds in one sitting, and it's easy to set up, it's easy to put away. You can get a game going in less than 5 minutes. So I think it's a really good 2-player game. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. Then we have the theme being you are a group of scientists trying to capture the raptors, or you are a group of raptors trying to escape the scientists, as well as the overall dinosaur theme. I'm going to have to give that a 5 out of 10, mostly because sometimes the scientists do things that you don't think scientists would do or would be able to do. And then with the dinosaurs, there are some instances where you think the dinosaurs should be able to move a certain way or through a certain object, but they can't. So in that sense, I give that a 5. And then as well as the overall dinosaur theme, I don't feel like it comes out that strongly, but it is a very light game, very strategic 2-player game, of course. So I don't think it's actually even meant to have this really engaging, really in-depth dinosaur theme coming through it. but still I'd give it a 5 out of 10 for the theme. Finally, for the replayability, I'd give that a 7 out of 10 because of how quick games are to set up and put away, how fast games go, the decisions you make are always going to be changing. So it's a different game, a different feeling every time. So the replayability definitely gets a 7 out of 10. Do I think you should go out and find yourself a copy of Raptor if you're into two-player games? Yes, definitely. If you like asymmetric games, also definitely. If you like lighthearted dinosaur games, then you should definitely go out and find a copy of Raptor. If you enjoy watching this video and you'd like to see more Jurassic reviews, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. I'll be posting more videos soon. Thanks for watching The Other Board Gamer.